Hello and welcome to the best friend of the show, AUA number 19.
Dang.
Almost old enough to drink. Is that true? I don't know if that's true.
Almost. Very close. Very close being old enough to drink. Welcome everybody. If you're new here, we're so excited that you're here. Thank you so much for joining us. We are going to jump in because we have a lot of questions. So here we go. And if you have a question that didn't get asked in the Patreon feed, throw it in the YouTube chat. We'll try to get to it as quickly if we can. I don't know. It's up in the air. Okay. Elena Kutazny.
Yeah.
Right?
What
Okay.
book title best describes your life?
Guys?
Well, so today we got to shoot our videos for the upcoming Birmingham live show that we're really excited about.
Yes.
So I'll be so bold as to speak for what that experience felt like for me. And I will go with the Confederacy of Dunces. How does that? Does that feel right to you guys?
How dare you?
In that
We were all in the ring together.
That feels not very fair.
Well,
I like to think that my life is Great Expectations, but it's really Girl Wash Your Butt.
Good choice.
Upcoming title, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Carissa Kim. Every now and then you censor part of the podcast in the most hilarious way, but will you ever release any of that uncensored content?
Absolutely not. Absolutely. People would get arrested.
That's right.
Jamie.
Not just me.
I wasn't going to name names, Aaron, but thanks. Way to go. Way to go.
Not just me. Knox today, I'm not going to say what he said, but he asked for approval of something he was going to say. And then we were like, no, you can't say that.
I still disagree with you. It was in the Survivor Instagram stories recaps.
Okay, Tracy Collier. Are there any celebrity endorsements, commercials / ads that annoy you? If so, and why? Also, if you could arrange a dream celebrity endorsement, what would it be?
Oh, this is a good question.
So for me, I don't like when famous women are doing Neutrogena or Aveeno. Like Jennifer Aniston does not use Aveeno. She goes to a dermatologist. She gets facials every week. She's using lasers and all the things. So I get mad when she's just like, you guys, just use Aveeno and look like me at 50.
Just do it like that and it'll be fine.
Just use your ring finger to put on your eye cream and you'll stay young. No, shut up. So I don't like that.
Yeah. I don't like anything Jennifer Garner does. You should do better. You should. She's settled for commercials and you can do
Once Upon a Farm is so good.
Whatever, you got to tell yourself.
Oh, I love her.
Did y'all see that Jamil came for Kourtney Kardashian today?
I did see that.
Listen, everybody can, and then like her comment on that post, because she was advertising flat tummy tea. Everybody came behind it, and she got just her alone got 3,000 comments, Jamila did on that same post, of people supporting her and being and there were lots of people who were mad separate from Jamila, because it is misleading to you, because you know what that is? That's diarrhea tea.
That's what it is.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
Okay. Diarrhea tea. We're 2 minutes in and we've already said diarrhea tea.
Love it. Yeah.
It's a great name.
Williams, do you drink? I think this is directed towards Knox. Do you drink all of those beverages in a certain order, or is it just whatever you're feeling like that day?
It's a really thoughtful question. No, it's just chaos. It's I'm a nervous drinker, so it's just whatever I can. I have 4 drinks right now.
Right now?
Just right now. Well, we'll go to the next question, and I'd like Vanna White them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Stephanie Cochrane.
Cochrane.
It's Cochrane. What's wrong with you?
Would you rather look? This is a great question. Would you rather look and dress like John Mulaney, but with the voice and personality of Pete Davidson, or look and dress like Pete Davidson with the voice and personality of John Mulaney? Also, do we think they're really friends? Does John rely on Pete, confide in him?
Absolutely not.
But this is the best part. Or is it more like John is the concerned Tyrion Lannister to Pete's Bronn of the Blackwater? What a freaking great question.
It is a great question.
I almost don't want to sully it with an answer. I just want it to exist in an exhibit.
I will answer it. I would want to dress like Pete and have the personality and voice of John, even though he is the pig in that Spider-Man movie. Because people will forgive the way you dress, but they will not forgive your personality.
Oh, doesn't John Mulaney have the voice of Pete Davidson pretty much, just a cleaned up version of it?
I don't know.
They're both
I don't
kind
think
of
so.
nasally, annoying voices.
Yeah, I don't think you win either way. But
Can we just do more of Game of Thrones? Can we just like talk more about that Game of Thrones?
We'll get to it. There are more questions about Game of Thrones.
Ref.
Incredible. Kristen Canalora. For all three of you, who are your all-time fave SNL cast members? Also, who has the best post-SNL career? Like, not just the most money made, but quality choices. Knox, you first.
Okay. Will Ferrell, Bill Hader, Kristen Wiig. And I think you'll have to say Will Ferrell probably best post-career, but I think Bill Hader, keep an eye on him.
Who's your favorite, though?
It's Will Ferrell.
Jamie?
My favorite is Amy Poehler because I've never gotten over Rick.
Hey, Rick is iconic.
He wants to know about
and when
the
she's the
phone,
bachelor, and when she's the bachelor contestant with one leg, like I can't. It's too good.
So good.
And I think the most successful is Tina Fey, like New York Times bestseller. She's won Emmys, like Mark Twain Award, like all the things.
She's executive producing right now.
It's not on the air anymore.
Oh, you don't like it? It's not a good show.
It's just not literally on the air. Will Ferrell, do you like did you see Sherlock and Holmes? Did you enjoy that?
Majestic. It
was it? Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Aaron.
Mine is my favorite is Maya Rudolph.
Okay.
Yes, I love her. And I think best post career is Bill Hader. It feels like he has done he's made the best choices.
Yeah.
I think if I were gonna say a tiebreaker, I would think it might be Andy Samberg. I think he's done a good job.
Oh, I forget that Andy Samberg was even on SNL.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I love him so much.
Yeah.
Okay. Karen Weedo. Maybe. Do you slow down the audio when you post episodes?
No. What? No.
Well, because she talks about listening at 2 times speed, which that happens to Karen. That happens to me too, because I listen to all these podcasts really fast, but there are some podcasts because they talk so fast, I can't listen to them at the same speed. So I have to make custom settings for them. It's like my friend, show friend of me, Catherine, on Voxer. I can play her at 3 speed, but I can't play anybody else at 3 speed because
Catherine is the only person you play at 3 speed.
Yeah.
That's right, because she takes a lot of pauses.
Yes, and she just is organizing her thoughts.
No.
You just tap that 3. Okay. Kelly Roy, my husband, is taking my 8-month-old out of town to visit his grandparents this weekend. So I'm so excited for a full 36 hours of freedom. My question, what are the movies and books I must catch up on? For movies, I'm thinking Crazy Rich Asians, A Simple Favor, 3 Identical Strangers, To All the Boys I've Loved Before. And for books, I'm thinking Educated, Exit West, and Becoming. Thoughts?
That's a big weekend. Big mood weekend, Kelly. Good for you.
Big mood. I would say, Kelly, I would recommend removing one of those books. Educated is hard. It's magical, but it's a hard book. And then Becoming will inspire you. But I'd get rid of Exit West and replace it with either a Riley Sager book or the Daisy Jones and the Six. You need like a page turn.
Here's the thought. Yeah. What about that Ding Dang, The Wandering Years, guys?
Or The Wandering Years.
You know what I'm saying?
Or The Wandering Years.
The Wandering Years.
By Knox McCoy.
My stars.
You ever thought about that, Kelly?
Mm-hmm.
Ever thought about that?
That's a great idea.
Okay, Heather Neroy. Have you guys talked about The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel? If not, have you watched and what do you think? Should she watched the first few episodes and she loved it and she's midway through and she doesn't have that magic. She just wants to know if she should still stick with it.
Heather, by magic, do you mean her breasts in episode 1? Yeah, like, be honest.
Heather, it is a magical cinnamon roll of beauty.
It is.
That show.
And Heather,
right.
Yeah, and Heather, we did talk about it. It was a green light in episode 220, 270,
Why you got to do
227.
Heather like that? Why you got to do it?
I'm just saying, we did talk about it. And I think season 2 is maybe as good.
It's wild.
Zachary Levi.
It's good.
Zachary Levi.
Get out of here.
Come on.
And his broad shoulders.
Okay, settle down.
Okay.
HR
Heather also wants to know. Listen, HR is a goner at the podcast. Heather also wants to know: would you ever do a Bible binge Enneagram edition?
Well, I said today that my concern is that we would be guessing biblical characters, Enneagram. And here's what happens. People who get really testy about Enneagram, and there are certain numbers who do it, and you know which numbers you are. And if we say somebody that you love is not your number, you're going to be like, how dare you? Like, when we did the Enneagram episode of fictional people, and some of you lost your minds because how dare we say someone is a 3 when they're a 1. So I don't know about that. Bible seems too tender, too precious. I don't know. Maybe.
Kay, guess. Since currently you have not re-released episodes 1 to 99, which I love, is Kay is like, since you haven't done that, of the podcast, have you ever considered releasing some of the VIPs to those 99? Maybe when Knox agrees to eat his hair if Adnan is innocent, or your big episode fight. I think about Tom Hanks, or even the OG episode 1. What a treat that would be.
You know what? This is a good point. Didn't Adnan get a new trial? Oh, wait, he didn't get a new trial.
Listen, we're going to talk about Adnan when we get to that question. That comes up later. Okay, but I like the idea. I do actually secretly like the idea of releasing episode 1 to Patreon. Like as a treat, like on our 6th anniversary or something.
I don't know about that.
Isn't the 300th episode coming up? I feel like
that is awesome. That would be an awesome time to do it.
Okay, Kay also says, Jamie, on The Bachelor recaps and Babble Binge episodes, when Knox introduces you as with me as always, do you have an idea of what he's going to say, or are those always a surprise? His statement and your response never cease to make me laugh.
Those are always a surprise. I never know that, and then I never know those things, and I also never know the word that I'm going to use to describe the Podcast Wednesday episodes, like our pursuits. Like he always adds the adjective, and that's why sometimes I struggle.
I honestly didn't know if it was lascivious. I thought it was lascivious, but I got psyched out.
It made me so mad because I was like, I know and now you didn't. You didn't know.
Okay, Kimmy Rodriguez, can you explain how ads work? I've been listening to older episodes, and they are always current with the ads you have playing in the newer episodes.
It's a great question, Kimmy. We have something called baked-in ads, and those are ones like we do in the episode, and they stay there forever. And then we have dynamic ads, and those are like little digital magic that we do a little blip, and like they go across our whole catalog. So no matter where you go, you will not outrun it. It will always be there for you to hear, no matter what time or what place you're listening to those episodes in.
That's a great answer, Knox. Good job.
That felt condescending.
No, it's not condescending. I mean it. That was very succinct.
Was it the bloop? It was the sound effects? Bloop. Yeah.
Cody Hasselbring, I'm wondering if you guys have anything that you use as pop culture NyQuil. You've just got to go to sleep so you turn this on. Mine is How It's Which, what a freaking great show.
This is a great question, and that might be an episode topic, honestly. Mine was the Adnan documentary, because I was like, I already know this. He's guilty. Yeah.
I watch stand-up comedy every single night. So I just rotate through because I used to watch Bill Burr, but he's too loud and aggressive. So I have to have like Dave Chappelle or John Mulaney.
That's good.
Or like Nate Bargatze. They're Catherine Ryan also. They're all very like low-key. I love them.
That's good.
That's good. Okay, Alden Dobbins, which sounds like a fake name.
I feel like it's Alden. You don't think it's Alden?
Alden.
I like Alden.
Okay, well,
this is
Alden.
The same person that said Stephanie Cochrane. So Jamie, like, can we trust her?
That's true. That's fair.
2 questions. Have any of y'all actually watched the first episodes of Whiskey Cavalier? You were obviously brainwashed with numerous ads while watching The Bachelor, so I need to know if it worked, and are y'all now watching? Also, I know y'all have watched both Fire Festival documentaries. What are your thoughts? Which one is better? What do you like about each one? I watched both this weekend, and I need to know y'all's rundown on them.
This is a lot.
I already talked about the Fire Festival.
We did. If you go to Alden, if you go to episode 282, we talk about the Fire documentaries at length, and we talk about which one was his favorite and which one was my favorite and why.
Right. Yeah. And I've not watched Whiskey Cavalier. I don't support Scott Foley. Ever.
Listen, I like me some Scott Foley, particularly older Scott Foley, but I watched the pilot and it was not riveting enough for me to keep watching it.
What's the weak point in that pilot?
Oh, it's her.
It feels like it would be her. Yeah.
Maggie. It's Maggie. Yeah.
Rachel Tapp, Jamie, any possibility we could get a how to apply makeup Instagram story? Aaron, any update on a gnome without a home without a gnome? Knox, has the broken patio table case been cracked? No pun intended. Good job, Rachel.
That's very good. Okay, so for my question, I would say possibly, but see, like, it's like when people are like, will you do my hair? And I'll be like, I can do my hair from this angle all the time. But to do your hair would mean my hands would be in the wrong place. So to do your makeup, my hands would be in the wrong place. So I would have to do it from behind you. And like try to do it. I couldn't do it. So teaching people how to, I don't know that that's a good idea.
That's a no, Rachel. That's a gentle letdown.
Do you have an update on yours?
It's a normal house now. It's just a normal house. There's no gnome. There is like a golden orb and a couple of stork-like bird sculptures in the yard. But other than that, is a completely normal house now. There is no gnome.
Have you thought about that you should become the gnome on the home house?
Ooh, no, that's a good idea. You could be like Jack and Lost, and you take on the island.
That's right.
The man in black.
What about the broken patio table?
No suspects. No suspects. I think it's rival podcast. I really do.
It's the happy hour the pop culture happy hour.
Interesting. Yeah.
It's Linda Holmes. She did it.
She would.
Annette Silviera, for all three of you, what has surprised you the most this month?
That's such a good question.
Great question.
I like that. For me, it was the Jonas Brothers, Sucker.
Oh, that's so good.
I just wasn't prepared for how much I would love the song, how much I would love the video, how it would turn me on Sophie Turner in a way that has continued to surprise me.
I think that is my surprise.
Which one? What? Yeah.
Sophie Turner.
Like her chugging the wine at the basketball game. I'm like, I like you. I think I'm rooting for you in the Game of Thrones.
Like she let it drip down her chin, and I was in. Very much in. Lauren Gorley in the finale of The Bachelor. After Colton and Cassie's overnight, Cassie was giggling and complaining about her calf hurting after the night she shared with Colton. My question for Knox and Jamie, what did Colton do to the poor girl to hurt her calf? Do you think Colton really knows how to do sex?
Absolutely not. Well, or maybe that's why her calf is hurt, because he didn't know how to do a sex. You know what I'm saying?
Tough.
This feels like a secret way for Lauren to ask us how to do a sex.
Jamie, how do you do a sex?
Listen, I know that your calves can sometimes get stretched in complicated ways. So
next question.
Okay, back to Lauren. Her husband, bless his heart, is an avid Walking Dead fan. He just can't understand why y'all hate on it so much. Care to elaborate?
I mean, come on.
Listen, I was a diehard Walking Dead fan for 5 years. That 5th season, I would go to friend's house every Sunday night, and like I was driving home from a Walking Dead viewing night, I got hit by a naked drunk driver. Those are like, I loved the show. I think it's one of the best pilots of all time. However, in season 5, when we started meeting Cannibalist and we started killing people out of anger, you made Rick kill somebody out of anger. I'm out. Those are not my characters anymore.
That when it got to Negan and then he beat Glenn's head into like a puddle of flesh, spoiler alert, and JK, like it doesn't matter. Like that was when I was done. It was bad.
It took away it became all about the violence and the gore.
It's misery pornography.
That's right.
A word. Lauren also says,
a word indeed.
Have you watched the new HBO series about Adnan Syed? What are your thoughts? You want
to know my thoughts?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Did you watch it? Really?
I did. I fell asleep so hard.
Here's what I'm going to say. Now be prepared.
Oh boy. Oh, okay. I feel like I know where this is going.
So I don't know how they did it, but I watched it and I was convinced that he was guilty.
Oh!
I know that wasn't their intent, but like I didn't.
It's because Sarah Koenig wasn't involved. You remove her, you can actually.
Sarah Koenig wasn't actively falling in love with Adnan.
Yeah, I'm going to argue that maybe Rabia is not a good attorney. Like she didn't convince me. Like they didn't make the case, particularly the stuff around Jay. Like when they're like trying to do the grass thing under the car, I'm like, what's happening? What's going on? This wasn't very good. Yeah.
It's tough. Katie Patati, our favorite Australian. Can you think of any?
Katie?
Wow.
That's good. I felt really good about that.
Wow. You went hard for that.
That's the only way you can go, Aaron.
Yeah, you're right. Can you think of any possible way that, or possible reason that this was the first U.S. Bachelor season that was unable to be watched at all in Australia. They remain a Colton-free environment.
There was a
Why?
charity. It was an olive branch from our country to your country. It wasn't worth it.
You know what I think it was? It was because Brie had that garbage Australian accent when she came out of the limo, and I think Australia was like, "No, ma'am."
That's a good take. That's a good take.
Yeah.
Shut that down. Okay, Rosie Booth. Thank you for Thursday. She's here. She's not watching This Is Us. With the success of A Star Is Born remake, which she's obviously still recovering from, a question for each of you. If you could remake a movie, what would it be and who would you cast?
Okay, are you ready? I got mine.
Okay.
I'm ready.
And I think Aaron would support me in this, maybe. I want a live action Anastasia.
That's really good.
I know. And I don't know who would be in it. Like, I thought about like maybe Emma Stone. Like, she could be Anastasia.
So old.
But who's a young? It can't be that Bella Thorne. Yo.
No.
Because she needs to,
what's your answer? That's good, Jamie.
Oh, I don't know that I have. I mean, like To Kill a Mockingbird, maybe.
No.
Something like that.
How dare you? You can't remake To Kill a Mockingbird.
Put it in regular color, maybe. I don't know.
Don't be weird.
I would choose. I really want HBO or like or maybe even Netflix to do like a reboot of Harry Potter, but I want it to be like a series, like not movies, like a TV series.
So much more of it. We got to have more of it.
Yes.
We got to learn about everybody else's sex life. Is that not enough for you, Aaron? God.
No, I want it real dirty and gross. That's what I want. No, I don't want that.
That's what you're going to get, though. That's what you're going to get.
No, I just want it better than it was. Because I've always considered the books or the movies to be like supplemental, but not like canon. But I want them to be canon. Who cares? Albany Cooper. What are your favorite replacement swear words?
I feel like we should have a BAC level on Aaron right now. Just like on a Chiron.
Fine. I'm in a good mood.
I like Dagnabbit. That's what I say at home. Like when I like stub my toe, I'm like, Dagnabbit.
I think gall darn it. I don't know.
Gall darn it.
Okay, like just hypothetically, what if you just say the words? What if you don't replace them? You know what I'm saying? Like, what if you actually just say the words because you don't have replacement words?
No, I like replacement because I like saying yikes.
No, I know,
Yikes.
I know. But hypothetically, what if you just say the word and you don't have replacement words?
No, I don't like that.
Yeah, but it was hypothetical, so that was cool. This was fun. That was a good exchange.
I like saying F Tucker.
Ooh.
Wow. It's
from an old YouTube video.
You call someone, so someone.
No, I just say like F Tucker.
That's a lot of work to not say the F word. What if you just said the F word? You know what I'm saying?
I do that sometimes.
Okay.
I do just say the F word, but I'm trying not to because it's bad. Shannon Tolman, does Erin find it hard to be in the room while you're recording and not make comments? I like it when she has a small interjection into your convo.
I do too.
I would say
I do find it hard.
It's probably a little discouraging because we'll be like crushing some convos and we'll look at Erin and she'll be like bored.
Well, sometimes I'm working and I'm not paying.
Yeah, totally. But
I'm even
like,
looking for her. I will turn to look for affirmation from Erin and there is none to be found.
So what happens when that occurs, Jamie? What do you do?
I just double down.
Bigger, faster, stronger.
Right. That's right. I will make her laugh.
I'm going to push this Greek accent real hard.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. So I've only had to get under like the table a couple times, but
which is a nice compliment. That's a nice compliment when she disappears.
I'm working and I'm not paying attention to them.
Sure.
I have my earbuds in. Okay, Jenny, no last name. Jenny from the block. Actually, I did think of a question. I like that she's like carrying on a conversation that she's already had with us in her head. It's undoubtable that many other celebrities other than Aunt Becky and Felicity Huffman committed fraud to get their kids into a good school. Who else do you think is likely to be on the list? Arnold and Maria, Matt Lauer. I was going to say the Hiltons, but I don't think their kids went to college.
Listen, their kids are not old enough, but somebody who will try to bribe an advanced education institution is Jessica Simpson. For sure.
Does Russell Crowe have college age kids? I feel like his kids would be like meatballs, just real in need of some help.
I feel like Russell Crowe has kids like from like 2 to 21.
I agree with you.
Just kept
in various countries all over the world.
That's right.
Yeah.
Listen, we have Jenny and now we have Jen, no last name.
Okay.
You guys are amazing at casting the characters on the Bible Binge. So I'm wondering if you could do it in reverse, like recast an iconic show or movie using Bible characters, something like Friends, Dawson's Creek, or maybe The Breakfast Club.
I thought this was so good. This was such a good
question.
This is a great question. No one likes it when we do that. We did a survey like 4 years ago, and they were like, we love everything you do, but the one thing we hate is when you cast people. So we stopped doing it.
Okay, so I'm going to do The Breakfast Club because I liked that choice. So the brain would be Daniel. The athlete would be Jacob. The basket case would be David. Yeah, I said it. The princess would be Esther. And the criminal would be Rahab.
Good. That's
right?
Good.
Turning it on its head. I like that.
I like it.
I like that. Adrian Cooper, Jamie, are you watching Provo's Most Eligible?
Listen, I cannot, Adrian. I cannot do it. I cannot watch Jesus followers try to find love. It kills me. I can't. It makes me so embarrassed and uncomfortable. It's too painful. Yeah.
That's a no, Adrian. Amanda Lane, I have still never watched The Bachelor, but I enjoy your expertise and commentary on your recaps very much. I was wondering if you guys held a Bachelor boot camp for the upcoming contestants. What would your main advice to them be? That's a good question.
See, I think the first impression rose is key. That is a key to success because in every season, the first impression rose person makes it to the final four. It's almost 100%. And so you got to come in, you got to be not too sexual. You've got to be hot. So that may not work. You're going to have to be hot already. That's and true. Be like looking good. And then you have to come in and have this perfect balance of like humor, sexy charm, and integrity. You've got to spend time with her in order to reveal all those things.
That's the thing. It's like you have to communicate casual intimacy without them knowing that you're communicating intimacy. And when you do that, and you're like all of a sudden you're a refuge for that person. Yeah. It doesn't matter if you're actually like interested in them at all. They're like, I like this person because they make everything about me. Which I live in a universe where everything is about me. So this is even better.
Yeah. That's smart.
Nice. Marissa Alvarez, do you all watch the show Good Girls? If so, what are your thoughts? If not, what are you doing with your life? Love y'all.
Melissa, I watched the pilot and I liked it. I thought it was funny. I don't know why I just didn't come back. I guess because it's on network and it's a sitcom. And I like Christina Hendricks and Mae Whitman. Retta.
Yeah.
All right. Wow. We might need to try it again, Melissa. Thank you.
I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot.
Ginger DeBrasse. I know you can't tell us the name of the quote unquote Antichrist that you censored because they want to work with you, but could you perhaps come up with a code word you use in their ad like you use Incredible? It's assuming it's an ad.
I'll tell you the name. I'll say the name. Is that okay?
No, why? Don't say the name.
Why?
No.
Because
I can't tell if this is a real no or it's like, I'm going to say it anyway.
This is a real no.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I got you. I see what you did.
It's not an ad though. So we can't, there's no like.
Oh yeah. It's not them doing an ad. It's like bigger than that.
It's bigger than that, but then they act like they wanted to work with us, but then they said maybe later, which is a sign of the Antichrist, honestly. That they intercepted our intel.
It may be later. We'll see.
Maybe it'll be later. I know my nugs.
Okay, Brittany, I need to know your thoughts on the podcast TV duo of The Root of Evil and I Am the Night.
Is this the Night Vale people?
No, this is the Chris Pine show on TNT with Patty Jenkins. And then there's a podcast that because it's the Black Dahlia.
Here's the Black Dahlia.
Yeah. Here's the thing. The podcast is good. It's not amazing, but it's good. The show, Chris Pine is so handsome.
Boy, that's really handsome.
You know what we needed in pop culture? Another Black Dahlia. That's another thing we needed here.
I know.
In 2019.
I know, and I'm gonna make a prediction that Patty Jenkins may not be great.
What?
I know.
Is Captain Marvel or Wonder Woman better?
Captain Marvel.
Oh, you don't sound sure about that.
No, it is. It's Captain Marvel.
See, the problem is I love Chris Pine so much, but as a woman, I liked Captain Marvel better. because I liked Brie Larson better than Gal Gadot.
If you have to have dinner with somebody, would you rather have dinner with Jude Law or Chris Pine?
Chris Pine.
Oh, that's too hard.
Jamie, you didn't think about that because Chris Pine looks like a terrible hang. A terrible hang. He's super hot and cool, but he's a terrible hang. Jude Law, no.
Jude Law would have stories. That's true. Jude Law would have, but like, what if dinner can lead to mouth kissing?
No,
then I want
it
to.
Does not. It leads to a breakout room.
Know? How do you not
know?
know?
A really awesome breakout room. Yep,
oh, it's Jude Law.
It's Jude Law for sure.
I don't know about that. Jude Law feels like he's not very competitive and that he is very intoxicated a lot of the time.
But that would be fun in a breakout room.
I think so.
That's true. It would be.
Katie Catterlick. Jamie.
There's no way that's right.
That's exactly right. Continue.
Kadrlik.
You added a vowel in there somewhere.
Catterlick.
Okay, it's 15 letters and 2 vowels. Like cut her some slack.
What do you want me to do? Jamie, I'm gonna need some serious skincare help. She watched your Instagram stories. She's very overwhelmed.
Oh, sure.
Her main concern is acne scarring.
Right.
So all and any help you're willing to provide would be greatly appreciated. I love you all, and you're my favorite podcast of all time. You have to answer a question.
Thank you, Katie. Of course. Listen, Katie, you want to do acids. You have to have acids in your life to get rid of hyperpigmentation, which is what acne scars are. So instead of cleanse, tone, moisturize, you need to cleanse, exfoliate, moisturize. But
you're right. I
agree. Also going to have to use sunscreen. Don't exfoliate if you're not using sunscreen every day, because otherwise you're going to get big old sunspots.
That's true.
That's a word, Jamie Golden. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Heidi Tor. Jamie, how do you feel about the fact that you have to wear pants now?
Listen, it's been a struggle, obviously. We do have after I worked 1 week, I said no more. I can't come at least one day a week, so I can have a no pants week.
Right.
Like a 1 day a week, I have a no pants day. So I don't have to go into the office. It's been lovely.
Good. It's good.
That didn't happen this week. Are you okay?
No.
It did Tuesday.
Oh, it did on Tuesday. You're right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But I had to leave the house. See, I want to have a full day where I don't leave the house. And no pants.
Can't just not have pants on?
I know. It's really my dream.
Noelle Gerdiger.
I like that she's been an OG supporter for like years, and you've put in no effort to figure out how to pronounce her.
Noelle. We talk on Instagram all the time, and I'm sorry.
Just let the mystery be, Jamie.
Noelle G. Is Brooklyn Nine-Nine at its best this season? Did NBC do that? Is it just me?
I don't know. I watched the first 3 and I was like, meh.
I'm caught up. And here's what I would say. I read this great Vox article that talked about that most sitcoms as they get older get meaner. Like they get more vicious. They highlight Parks and Rec for being that kind of show. And the thing I do love about Brooklyn Nine-Nine that even now, even on NBC, it is just like it's like stupid and like lighthearted and ambitious, and like it doesn't try to be more than it is. So I like that.
We haven't talked about that Mike Schur contract that he signed with NBC.
So much money.
Was it $250 million?
Yes.
Good for him.
Good for him. That's wild though. That's wild.
That's a lot of money. To me, I would be so pressured. It'd be like, oh wait, do I have anything else left?
It doesn't matter. You sign the contract. They got to figure that out.
That's true.
Yeah.
Meredith Harrison, Knox, Jamie, and Aaron. Which city would you say represents your Enneagram type, and would you live there?
Mine's Seattle because the rain, and I would live there, Meredith.
I'm a 7, and mine is Orlando.
Oh, jeez. Have you been to Orlando?
Why?
No,
but why?
Because it is the happiest place on earth and fun all the time. Fun all the time. However, I would not live there. Listen. 7 is not even my favorite number on the Enneagram. So,
what is your
favorite number?
It is 3. It actually is 3.
Oh, it's such a stuck up answer. Oh my god.
No, it's true.
Gosh.
I told my small group. I told my small group this week because I was like, they're like the perfect balance of fun and like super competitive.
Do you guys want to make out now? Can we go to the next question?
Yeah. Hold on. I need to answer it. This is for me too.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yes.
My choice is Austin because it's very grammable. It's manipulative in that it makes it, you think it has the best food in Texas, but it doesn't. And it's very vain.
What has the best food in Texas?
Well, there's just other places that are better. Like Austin's like, oh my gosh, we have the best tacos ever. No, that's not true. Like there are hundreds of other places in Texas that have better tacos.
The toxic gas cloud hanging over Houston right now.
Houston is disgusting.
Spicy.
We will never go to Houston.
Yeah,
that's not true. We might one day go to Houston. Stop it right now.
Not if they have a toxic gas cloud.
Not if there's an armpit cloud.
What if Beth Moore would be willing to be on our death panel?
That's a
I
different
would not
story.
do that to Beth. That's crazy.
How dare you? We're have Beth on our death panel.
Hey, Aaron, read this next person's name for me super quick.
Stephanie Cochrane.
Yes, I agree.
Do you hear what you're saying? You're saying Cochrane.
No, I do, but I don't think I know how to say it normal.
Cochrane.
Like Johnny Cochran?
Yes.
No, it's Cochrane. Go with your gut, Aaron.
Cochrane. Stephanie. Really love the Insta stories of Knox and Jamie at the recording table answering questions. Any future possibility of entire episodes being videoed?
No, because we cut way too much.
Yeah, and like, I don't know. I think you think it would be interesting, but see, the thing we're doing on Instagram stories is a new content. We don't want you to watch it instead of listening to it, you know? And so it would just be, I think you think you want it, but you don't really want it.
Yeah, you'd be like, this is sad. This makes me sad.
Yeah.
Listen, I watch it, and the edit is where the magic is.
That's right.
Just so you know. Okay, Paige Posey Grimes, which we did rechristen today as PPG.
That's right.
Notorious PPG.
PPG asks, I was flipping through the red hymnal at church last week looking for a song to request. I thought to myself, I wonder what Knox, Jamie, and Aaron's favorite church hymns are.
Aw, that's a nice question. Mine is Come Thou Fount.
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
I would say Great Is Thy Faithfulness.
Oh, that's good.
I like that one.
I like that. Mine is Crown Him with Many Crowns.
Crown Him with Many
Crowns.
That's the remix. I haven't heard that version.
It's good. Jill McCormick, who is your favorite old Hollywood celebrity and why?
I don't like old Hollywood celebrities. They're gross. Next.
No, I love Debbie Reynolds. I loved her in The Unsinkable Molly Brown, and I loved her as Tammy, and I loved her as Singing in the Rain, and I loved her as Carrie Fisher's mom, and then I loved her on Will and Grace.
In her role as Carrie Fisher's mom.
So great. I love her.
I really love Liz Taylor. She's the best.
Really? Where is Liz Taylor?
Dead.
She's dead or alive?
No, she says she's dead. I thought she was alive.
We could have gotten her, Aaron. We could have gotten her.
Jill also says maybe you could do an episode on all the crazy scandals of that time.
Well, they all just end up with STDs.
He just said they were gross, Jill. He just said they were gross.
Jill, you need to watch you need to listen to You Must Remember This. That's the podcast you need to listen to. You would love that. Francisca Martinez says,
Francesca.
That's fun to say.
I'm sorry. Francesca Martinez, have you seen the trailer for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? Thoughts also about the tagline, the 9th film from Quentin Tarantino. Are we listing IMDb credits now?
Well, see, that's interesting because he's always said he's only going to do 10 films and then he's out. So it's almost like this is the penultimate Tarantino film.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't think
they do it.
Because see, I just thought it was about him not liking people. Because like you would normally say the director of blank and blank, and he was like, they're all good. You either say them all or you say none of them.
He's not wrong. They all are good.
Are they?
Yeah, they are.
The Magnificent Seven?
Wait, that's what?
Is that him?
The Magnificent Seven?
Was that not him?
No.
Okay, good. Well, then they're all good.
Are you talking about Kurosawa?
Hey, but here's what I wrote. I loved that. Listen, Brad Pitt, so pretty in that trailer.
Listen, that trailer, the end of it that I made you all watch, where Leonardo DiCaprio is like Rick effing Dalton. Like that's my favorite. That's my life right now. That's where I live.
So good. So good. Francesca also wants to know, do you all watch Queer Eye?
Do we watch the crap out of Queer Eye?
Do I have 2 eyes and a heart, Francesca?
Listen, we literally took a break at work yesterday, and we made 5? We made 5 different ranking systems.
Hottest, most talented, most spiritual or spiritually sound, most like beloved,
most beloved,
more.
Best hang.
Best hang. That's right.
What was my spicy take about all of them and their
Oh,
hotness?
your spicy take was that they were all mediocre
Y'all,
looking.
That's right.
y'all,
That's
listen
actually
to
a
me.
real take.
No,
That's a good
y'all,
take.
listen to me clearly. Knox does not think Anthony is hot.
I
Like
don't.
objectively,
I think it's cheerleader effect. I think it's all cheerleader effect.
There's
No,
no
I
way.
think that
He's the
I think
cheerleader.
objectively that Anthony is Adonis.
Please put your hands down. I feel like you're threatening me right now with my opinion, and I just don't like. You're being very aggressive.
Yeah.
Okay, Emily Hood, question for Knox. What is your favorite season of Survivor? We're starting to watch old seasons on Hulu and Prime with our kids. Any recommendations for a good place to start?
I always say I think Heroes and Villains was good, and anything with Russell Hantz. That dude's like a super weasel, and I love every season with him.
It's good.
Mm-hmm.
Amanda Waters, have any of you, we've already talked about Good Girls. Sorry, Amanda. We already talked about that. Natalie Stinchcomb, have you ever gotten a cease and desist from any celebrities for talking about them?
We did a I don't know if it was an episode or a conversation about Channing Tatum, about whether he was the Antichrist, and I got a very stern talking to on Facebook from someone who really liked Channing Tatum.
Oh, but
she
not
didn't
from
appreciate
Channing Tatum.
No, it wasn't. No, yeah, it was a Jace. It was super a Jace.
We do get a lot of that. We do get a lot of listeners who think they are part of the representation team of celebrities and feel like they do need to have full conversations. Like the person who came at me so hard about I Feel Bad and told me that I needed to take it back because that was a great show. That was canceled and is not on the air anymore.
I don't even know what show you're talking about. What is that?
That Amy Poehler sitcom that she wasn't in, but she executive produced, and it had the girl that was like married to the guy from Scandal, and they had a multiracial family. It was
don't know what. Yeah, that's tough.
Exactly.
Jessica Orso, whose daughter is in dance class with my daughter. I'm wondering if when you meet new people, are you mentally Enneagram typing them? And yes, I know that's against the Enneagram rules. And then 2, did you get any pushback on the recent Woman at the Well episode for the women in the church stance? It just seems bizarre that there could be pushback, but she's curious.
I'm not smart enough to Enneagram type people, so I don't do that. So that's easy.
I only Enneagram type people in my head if I'm like being like, if somebody's doing something that's like super annoying to me, maybe that I'm not close to, I will like in my head go, everything's fine. They're just fill in the blank. And you don't have to be mad about this. This is not personal. This is just them living their best number life.
Right.
And we didn't get any pushback.
We got more pushback on David and Bathsheba. Honestly.
So much more on David Bathsheba.
People didn't like power rape. People don't like power rape.
People don't. But I will say we did get a lovely note from someone who told us they had been in a church that a pastor did like a whole series on women in the Bible. And at the end of it decided that the denomination that they were a part of, that they could no longer stay a part of because their perception of how women could be in the church did not line up with scripture. And so they left. And this person now is on staff at a church.
That's awesome.
Woman. I know. It's
That's
nice.
Awesome.
Good job, Woman at the Well. Okay, Aaron Kohler. Looking back on Caitlin's tears at the Woman Tell All, was she actually crying so much because she knew she had not gotten the call for the Bachelorette?
That seems right.
I think she just realized how much she sucked and how stupid her name is.
Listen, I think you're right. I think she was, because I think she had put all her monkeys in that barrel. Is that how it works?
That's exactly the phrasing. Don't check that.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But I do think because remember, it was going to be them at the end, the two of them at the end. And it was Cassie, but it wasn't her.
Tough for Caitlin. Julie E. Kruger. This one's for Knox. Knox, get ready. Okay. Sometimes I'm surprised by what an amazing feminist you are. Have you always been that way, or is this something you've grown into lately? I'd love to hear about your progression.
Do you guys think, like, when you look at me, you're like, that's an amazing feminist, that guy?
I do think that you have, like, you have very feminist views.
Yeah.
I think it is like, I think there's two kinds of feminists. There's the ones that are like, we need to make men have periods. And then there's the one that
listen, I would vote for that 100%.
that is a kind. And then there's the one that's like, women are just like equal. Like, and that's a basic. Like, it's not real sexy, but like, I'm raising a son and I'm raising a daughter. Equal. They're just equal. And I think I'm more of the like, this craziness of like women can't speak in church unless spoken to. No, that's not cool. That's not cool.
That's good. Okay, Amanda Waters, thoughts on Stranger Things season 3 trailer. I can't wait. We watched it today.
We did watch it today.
Yeah. Oh. To me, the Miss Lady Girl mom wanting to have sex with the lifeguard kid. That's all. I've just been really watching that.
I love that when I watched that trailer, you had said that in the office, and then I watched the trailer, and it's literally like a split second cutaway, and I was like,
"Your boy caught it. Your boy caught it." Okay.
So my only thing is I don't understand why Eleven's hair keeps getting worse.
It's like bad Jesus Christ Superstar.
And I know, listen, guys, it just confirmed for me. This trailer confirmed for me. I do not like Millie Bobby Brown at all. I don't know if y'all knew that, but I don't.
Beef alert! Get that beef alert sound.
Oh my gosh, I can't.
Mm-hmm.
Jill Betts, curious to hear Knox's thoughts on this season of Survivor. We're getting frustrated by all the players still being in the picture on Extinction Island. Seems to dilute the character development, which is the best part of Survivor. Frowny face.
Jill, you want to know my thoughts on Extinction? That's my thoughts. It's terrible. Like Extinction Island and the Joe tribe being so dominant, that's been such a huge disappointment. You've not been able to develop the other characters, but I think now that we're at the merge, I think it's going to pay off. So I'm interested. I'm looking forward to it.
Amanda Wright, I just want to plug the fact that I listened to and loved your Bachelor recaps and refused to watch the show itself. So I'm really hoping you all will recap Game of Thrones, even though a lot of people are saying they won't be tuning into the show itself. Guys, can you tell people if we're recapping Game of Thrones or not?
We're not, because none of you bozos watch it. So look at yourself in the mirror if you want to know why. That's why.
But we'll probably talk about it each week in the episode, right?
We probably won't.
You won't recap it like in your stories or something?
I will Instagram story it so hard.
There you go. So make sure you're following Knox on Instagram. So if you watch it, the 7 of you who watch it.
7. Don't talk like that. It's the most popular
television show of all time. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating when Jamie's like, hold on, let me Google how many people watch Game of Thrones.
Nobody watches this show.
And I'm like, Jamie's like 40 million. It's literally 40 million.
I know it is, but what I'm saying is of our audience, it was not enough. Plus, y'all, if we had recapped, for y'all listening, if we had recapped Game of Thrones, there would have been 2 weeks where we were recapping Game of Thrones and The Bachelorette.
I love it. It sounds good.
It would have broken us as a people. It would have broken us.
Probably true.
True. That's very true.
Melissa Longley, I love that you're in the same room for recordings now. I especially love when we get little bits of delight from Aaron thrown in. What is the best part of this new setup, and what is the worst?
What's y'all's best? What's the best and worst?
I like that now. I like that I get to talk to y'all in real life, and like we can talk about stuff like immediately, like funny things, or we can show each other stuff, or y'all can break into weird 90s country music for no reason.
Yeah,
literally no reason.
Yeah.
Oh, there was a journey we went on.
Yeah.
I think I just like I like having the conversation. Be like, did you see the mom want to have sex with the lifeguard? I like that. I don't like when you guys order lunch and it smells very delicious, and it makes
we always offer to get you lunch.
I know, and I always say no, and then I smell it. I'm like, that was dumb. I should have.
Lunch today was good.
It was so good. Aaron, what's your favorite? What's your favorite part?
Well, I like it. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's great.
The lady doth protest a little much.
I know.
No, it's good.
I was going to say the worst part for me is that I realized because I'd worked from home for so long that I talk a lot to myself.
Yeah.
And I want to do that at the office, and now I feel like I can't.
But you do anyway.
But I do anyway because you can't push me down.
That's right. That's why I have my big Beats headphones. And I'm like, I just don't hear her, even though there's nothing in these.
If Knox has his Beats on, he's not to be disturbed.
That's right.
This is Jamie when she's like doing social.
Yeah.
She's like, look at you. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. And then she's like, and they really like this show.
I did like that dish towel. It was so good.
Okay. So Melissa Longley, do you have a podcast reference sheet for all your merch that says which episode the taglines came from? I do not know I know my nugs and don't waste it, Greg stories. Justice, I want to go direct to the source.
We do not.
So, well, I do. So, 246, the nose of motherhood.
Well, we don't have a reference sheet, right? Like
we don't have a reference sheet. I just know it because it gets asked a ton. So 246 is the nose of motherhood. And then in episode 262 is I know my nugs.
There you go.
Yeah.
Good job, Melissa. Lori Hutto, not really a very fun question, but I'm curious how the podcast media group handles health insurance.
I drink a lot of Airborne, hope for the best. And it's worked out so far. It's been good.
I am very grateful to Barack Hussein Obama for creating the healthcare marketplace.
Thank you, Barack. That's why I could have a root canal.
Thanks,
Obama. Thank you, Obama.
Yes, we're very grateful to you. Lori Hutto, also, I'm sure this has been answered before, but who is Greg and what is he not to waste?
His semen. Lori.
His Dukachu juice. His Dukachu juice.
I hate, look, she asked a question, she got an answer. Don't ask a question you don't want to know the answer to. Lori, it's probably not what you expected.
It was his mother. His mother was like, don't waste it, Greg, because they were going to have a baby. The grandmother.
T's and P's to Lori right now.
Sorry, Lori. Yeah. Melissa Longley, why is Enneagram the best? Have you heard of SDI, which sounds like an STD? It's similar, but not as fun.
It does sound like a sexually traumatized.
How do we feel about that? How do we feel about your phraseology of that? I feel good. I feel really good about it.
Here, Melissa, this sounds like, I don't think Enneagram is the best. I do think the Enneagram is a great tool, but I don't think any one personality system is. I think the one that works for you and that helps you become a better person is the best one. I did look up at SDI and it felt like a lot of paperwork.
It does. It does.
Yeah. It felt like strength finders. And I like strength finders, but there's too many strengths. I can't.
The homepage is a guy in a pink shirt with his legs crossed and he's like super enthusiastic about it. I don't like it. I'm out.
Yeah.
For those reasons, I'm out.
Well, that's fair. Okay, so we are moving. There's a couple of comments that didn't get into our doc, so I'm going to go back in here.
Okay.
Have any of you watched One Day at a Time? Becky Wheeler, any thoughts regarding the show or its cancellation?
No, but it feels like Twitter's very mad about it.
Well, I watched the first season, and actually, because I used to love the original One Day at a Time, and because I loved Valerie Bertinelli, weirdly enough. And I have thought the first season, I didn't watch past that because I just don't do a lot of sitcoms anymore. But I liked it. And it sounded like it was canceled for like licensing. Like it was a money issue. It wasn't, it didn't have anything to do with the show being good. It was that they were having to pay exorbitant licensing fees to run it.
It's not a racism issue?
Actually, well, and for sure, it could totally be a racism issue.
Okay.
But I think it's also that I think Sony owns it and was licensing it to Netflix, and they
Netflix
wanted
is getting out of that. They're getting out of that.
Netflix doesn't license. They're getting out of the licensing business. So,
Ali Castaldo, what has most surprised you in the last 5 years, podcast related?
That we can make money doing this. Next,
what's the most ridiculous episode idea you've ever considered?
Shark Tank.
Boats in pop culture.
Boats in pop culture.
Hey, listen, you boners. Boats in pop culture is a dope idea, and it will happen. It's amazing. Okay.
It's still on the whiteboard, still up there up top.
The best idea, the sneaky secret idea is Shark Tank or Shark Taint. It's gonna happen. They don't like it. I'm going pirate radio.
You guys, in the comments, let us know. Do you think that Shark Taint or Shark Tank is a good idea? Either one.
It's great. It's a great idea.
We'll see what they say. Billy Mully, in January, AUA referenced the Gilmore Girls deep dive you did. I went back and listened. Did you watch the revival, and what do you think?
You are not going to like this.
Uh-oh, Billy. Bad news.
I love Lauren Graham, truly. Yeah. But guess what? Rory was still the worst. She didn't get better. She actually got worse. And then the ending of that made me viscerally angry. I'm glad that we have moved on, hopefully, and not coming back to it.
Autumn Holbert says, Knox, if you're going to do it, go all the way and do Shark Taint.
Ooh. I like the way you think.
I don't like how that affects our SEO. I think that does not benefit SEO.
I think it transcends SEO. It's about an essence.
Maddie, so real talk. Do you guys really like using the Robinhood app, or is that ad all about the cash money?
No, I feel like they're super going to jail. That is 100% about cash money, by the way.
It does feel like Movie Pass.
Listen, y'all don't even get to read the copy that I have to read, and it looks like someone on cocaine wrote an ad.
Like,
yeah. Okay, here we go.
It's so crazy, y'all. That's why for those who are new, we always say our incredible sponsors versus just our sponsors.
But if you use Robinhood, use our promo code, please. Make sure you use our
But yeah.
Do we even have a promo code? I don't think we do.
I don't even think we do. I think you have to text your number to a guy named Vance.
It's robinhood.com/cocaine. Just
text cocaine to 313131. Okay. Sarah Beasley, did any of y'all watch the show Ed back in the day? Wow.
No, next.
My mom loved Ed. Loved Ed.
Get Jan
Ed
on the phone.
one where they
get Jan on the phone.
I don't know. Oh, get Jan on the phone. Susan Bankston also just read the newsletter. Vance, can you elaborate?
Oh. Aaron, you have a close personal relationship with Vance.
Listen, we have a new Podcast employee. His name is Vance.
Mm-hmm. You're supervising me.
I am supervising Vance. He's our new PR person.
Yep.
I like Vance. He's got like a lot of interesting energy. It's like very Anthony Scaramucci kind of energy.
He's an alpha. Let's just say it. He's an alpha.
Yes. But I also like that he's like not afraid to be told what to do by a woman. He like kind of it's a little weird.
I like that he has a woman boss, but I also do wish he got a period.
Okay, well, that's why you're a feminist, right?
I think that Vance would be interested in a period. I feel like he's like, I'm into whatever.
He's like, baby doll, I've never had that flow, but like,
let's go.
He does say baby doll a lot, but we're trying to get him away from that. But anyway, you'll meet Vance.
You'll meet Vance, yeah. No, you'll for sure meet
It's impossible for us to suppress Vance.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, so we have 2 minutes left.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right. Jamie, have you ever used any customized shampoos or have any good suggestions for a good shampoo?
No, but I truly this is going to sound like an ad. I really do like Suave, but I love Briogeo products. Briogeo products from like Sephora. You can buy them online. That's the shampoo and conditioner that
Have you ever gotten a rash from Suave? Next, go.
No, that was
Taylor Allen. Do you guys watch SNL because you find it entertaining or more because it's a staple of American pop culture?
Because it's a staple of my life. Next.
Yes.
I'm curious, Melissa Bishop, I'm curious about your process after seeing a movie. Are you feverishly writing notes and documenting your thoughts after everything you watch so you don't forget main points?
No, I'm just going back to Wikipedia and being like, what was that? What did I see?
Yeah, I just let it wash over me.
Good. Put on Grease 2 every night to fall asleep. What does that say about me? From Misty
I'm
Man.
sad for you.
Wow.
It's a tough. Grease 1 is better than Grease 2.
I'm sad for you.
There's not a song called Reproduction. Jade Elliott, how weird do y'all think it is that the girls are posting photos of them in The Bachelor all season, even though some of them are friends with Cassie? How weird.
I'm not thinking about The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, Jade. I'll be honest with you. I'm claiming.
I don't think it's weird because I think they're like, I got to make the most of this. I have 10 weeks to become a flat tummy tea representative.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Listen, Katie Patati is coming in again with more celebrity neighbors.
That was not a question, not a query for the combo.
She also says that you are dead to her because of your accent.
I'm trying to get on your level, Katie.
But she says that Russell Crowe's kids live in Australia, and yes, they go to very exclusive schools, FYI.
Okay.
Nailed it.
There you go. Everybody is very upset with us not telling them who the Antichrist that we bleeped out is. Listen, guys, I know y'all are upset that I came for Houston, but I love all Texas places.
How do you feel about El Paso? How do you feel about El Paso?
I love El Paso.
Okay.
Because of the food. And I love Houston. It just smells like an armpit. And I feel like I'm in someone's armpit when I'm there. It's not your fault. The people are obviously lovely. Okay. Can we talk about how hard The Bachelor is grooming Ben to take over for Chris Harrison?
Oh no, I don't like that. Chris Harrison's not going to give up this gig, y'all. There's no way.
Die. He'll be like, it's the final rose. Like,
that's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Being from Chattanooga, can Knox verify if the Chattahoochee is hotter than a hoochie coochie? TNA.
I can. Actually not. It's actually not. Yeah. But back.
Okay. I think that's it. What a great question to end on.
That's a great
ending.
That was the best group of questions we've ever had.
That was a great, like, really, it was a genuinely great group of questions.
It was.
You guys, thank you so much for showing up, for being here with us live, or if you're listening after the fact and sending in your questions and wanting to be a part of our little community. You guys, you've made like so many magical things happen. Hopefully we are providing really great content in return. We literally record tomorrow our next cinema side piece on Ocean's 11.
Yeah. Have we decided what the next one is? Do we want to tell them that?
I don't think we have decided. Have we?
Okay. We've got some things floating around.
We do. Yeah. So like the one in April, it should be really good. Plus we'll have some fun behind the scenes from the live show for those who can't be with us.
Yeah.
So, but hopefully we'll get to meet a bunch of you at the Birmingham live show if you're around.
Yeah, but this is I don't know about y'all. This is my favorite thing we get to do because we get to respond directly.
It is so fun.
It is a lot of
fun.
It
is so fun.
So I really appreciate y'all. Yeah.
You made Vance possible.
We made Vance possible.
And we haven't even talked about how I'm teaching English as a second language now, but it's cool that we're doing it because of you guys.
That's right.
Because of the podcast people. Yeah.
Y'all are great. We love you. All right. Yes. We'll see y'all later.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.